Hi there, Satnam. Let's take a look at this set of essays. This is the one about whether technology has made us more social. Here's what you said. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether, here, technology has increased social interaction between people. Some believe that mobile phones, computers, and the internet have, not has, helped humans to be more social. Here you need some sort of contrast. However, or yet, personally, I strongly disagree. You need that contrast because you have two opposing statements here. You've got some believe positive, but you are negative. So you have to do more than just a comma here. This essay will argue that technology has made people worse at face-to-face conversations using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, fine. Let's look at your body paragraph now. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that people are less interested in meeting people when they cab talk on phone. I don't know what that means. Cab talk on phone? I don't understand. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, people spend most of their time online surfing profiles and videos. Okay. Secondly, people are losing, careful, this is 1-0 here, losing interest in meeting family and friends physically, as they have all the updates about them by chatting and their social profiles, plural. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that 90% of all the people who use social media lack communicating confidentially because they are busy in chatting, watching videos, and playing game on Facebook rather than speaking in person. Okay, grammatically this sentence is problematic. There are tons of errors. We'll talk about it in a minute. It must not be forgotten that to build a social life, a person has to be confident while talking and interacting in day-to-day life. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that technology has resulted in lack of social and communication skills in people. All right, Satnam. So there are a few problems with this paragraph. Let's go over it again in a little more detail. First of all, I didn't understand this. Okay? I already told you that. And then, people spend most of their time online surfing profiles and videos. Okay, so what does that mean? What is this telling us? How do you explain this, and how does this have to do with whatever this is talking about? Okay, number one, it's not enough to just say firstly and then secondly without explaining the firstly. You have to explain the firstly. All right? Then you said that we don't want to talk to people because we find out everything we need to know about them from their social profiles. And then that made sense. I understood that. But your example here didn't make any sense to me. It's not connected. It doesn't support what you just said. You said they lack communicating confidentially, which doesn't make sense. And then you said they are busy chatting, not in chatting, watching. And so this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't support this previous thing about people's social profiles and how, I don't need to talk to Aunt Judy because I saw that on Facebook she just went to the Bahamas and, now she's moving house or something. Okay, so what you said here in your for example does not support this previous statement at all. And so what you have is you have a paragraph that's really lacking cohesion. All right, your ideas are not linked together in a way that they create a cohesive paragraph. Okay, and then here you say to build a social life, you have to be confident. So what does this have to do with anything? Why are you assuming that because we're on our computers, we're no longer confident? You haven't made that clear to us. So it's this idea that comes really from we don't know where. It doesn't really make sense. And then you say that it's conclusively clear, but it's not conclusively clear because you haven't really developed this idea, and it just creates considerable confusion, okay? So let's move on to your next paragraph. On the other hand, although there is a case this doesn't make sense, no. On the other hand, there's a case for technology helping people in better communication and even providing abundant source of knowledge. All right, this Satnam, this sentence is a little problematic. First of all, you use this structure, this, although there is a case for, etc., when essentially you are restating your main idea in this paragraph. Okay, so you're saying that, yeah, while this is true, on the other hand, this is what's important, and this is what I'm going to talk about in this paragraph. So you've handled this incorrectly, okay? So what you really want to say here is that although there is a case for technology making people antisocial, it has helped people improve their communication and has even provided an abundant source of knowledge, thus enriching the lives of people by helping in jobs and reaching their career goals. Career is spelled wrong. So did you see how I had to make a lot of changes to link these two paragraphs together and make this sentence make sense? All right, so this is largely because of the internet, where a lot of information. I really don't like a lot in IELTS. It just sounds so elementary. So I'd really like to see something a little higher level here, where endless information, or where countless pieces of information, or infinite volumes of information, and there's so many things you could say here, is stored on a server, either free or paid. Okay. How does this have anything to do with communication so far? It's not clear. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that over 90% of the workforce relies on the internet to run businesses for sales, orders, data analysis, marketing, and a lot more other work. That's awkward, a lot more other work. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that technology has other positive effects on the life of people, such as finding their dream job and looking for favorite places in the city. Again, that's not what the essay has asked you to talk about. We're not talking about the positives of technology versus the negatives of technology. We're talking about technology in terms of man's ability to socialize. So you're going off topic here, okay? And you can't do that. You can't do that and get a high score. So you have to focus on whether it has helped man be more social. Okay. So from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that technology has resulted in the downfall. This doesn't make sense, I'm afraid. Technology has resulted in leading people towards becoming worse in their social life, really. It is predicted that being online or virtual worlds will be more important to people rather than a real human being. Okay, so there are a number of issues with this essay. I think I've been really clear about what those issues are, so you're going to need to do a little work on this to improve it, okay? Now let's take a look at your letter. It's a formal letter. You're not going to start, "Hello, dear," okay? In fact, when you get the prompt, it will say to you, "Begin your letter, dear, ... So hello would be absolutely inappropriate here, okay? So just start with, get rid of the hello, and start with dear sir, madam. That would be fine. All right, so let's move on. I'm writing you this letter in regards to the letter I received from the committee asking about the reason for my absence from the digital communication exam. I apologize, but spell it correctly, please. I apologize for not appearing in the exam because I was ill and admitted into the hospital for 3 days. My name is XYZ and my identification number is this. I am replying to the case number this. I was having pain in my abdomen for about a month, but I ignored the pain. Early in the morning on the day of the exam, I had acute pain in my whole stomach. I was taken to hospital by an ambulance where doctors told me that I have a twisted intention, because of which I had to go through an emergency surgery. My surgery went well, but I got out of anesthesia. I don't really like this. I got out of anesthesia. I came to, no, you don't want to say came to either. All right, but how about the anesthesia wore off later in the day? I was in hospital for 3 days after the surgery, due to which I was not able to submit evidence within 48 hours of missing the exam. I am attaching my report and doctor's letter '(S) with this letter. I hope this evidence will suffice. You don't suffice the requirements, you just suffice full stop. I hope this evidence will fulfill the requirements to sit for the supplementary exam, or to sit the supplementary exam. I look forward to hearing a positive outcome from you. And then this has to be yours faithfully, because you don't know the name of the people you're writing to. It's just a convention in letter writing. Okay, obviously I had to correct a lot of the grammar, a lot of the vocabulary. You saw that. You apologized, you identified yourself, you explained what happened, and gave evidence, so that's fine. Let's talk about what you didn't do. You didn't do number 4 appropriately. You had one resolution. You said you want to resit the exam. Unfortunately, that's not enough, because if you look at bullet 4 more carefully, you'll see that it says resolutions, plural. Okay? So that means they absolutely want at least 2 resolutions. Okay? Failure to do that will definitely lower your score. Okay? In fact, you won't be able to get more than a 5 for this letter because of that. So that you have to be really, really careful about your bullets. Make sure you've completely understood them and make sure that you completely fulfill them. So I want you to go ahead and correct these essays. Bring them back to me corrected, and let's see another set from you. And I hope that you can apply some of these suggestions that I've made today. So good luck to you.